Okay, hi, Stefan here with a test of the ArgoFet battery isolator 200 amps, 3 outputs, input, output, output, output. And this test will show if there is any connection between the outputs or if there is any current flowing back to the input. And of course there's a function in this battery isolator to have current flowing from one of these to the input, which is energize. If you want to, you can use this. I guess there's a diode here. You can put the one of the outputs to this and it will feed whatever the output has, minus maybe 0.5 volts to the input, just to energize the charger so that it can recognize that it is indeed a 12-volt system and that it can energize the generator actually. I'm going to use this also for the smart solar charger. Anyway, so this test is to show if any current flows backwards. So I'm using this, I'm pushing 12.8 volts here, and apologies for this not showing the correct voltage. It shows 12.7 volts on the input here, and it should be 12.8 actually, but that's not important for the test that this shows correct. We're just going to make sure that it shows the exact same number all through the test, that no voltage is being dropped the other way through the transistors or however this is built. So I'm gonna push, or I'm already pushing 12 volts, 0.5 amps, limited to 0.5 amps. This shows that it's pushing 0 amps, 12 volts here to this input. And I mean, since it's already feeding 12.75 volts, that's 12.8 minus 0.05 volts dropped always here, or maybe it's 0.02 volts dropped due to the construction of this 0.02, I think it is. It's going to show, it's not going to show that it's feeding 12.0 volts, it's going to show 12.73 volts here. Yeah. Sorry. And here I also measure the voltage on this output, and that's this number, 12.76. So I'm going to raise now this one to 13 volts and see that this one stays at 12.7 and that this one stays at 12.7. Okay, so volt 12 I raise to 13 volts, and so 13 volts now measured on this output. Correct, yes, I'm feeding it there. Doesn't consume any amps, correct. The other one still shows 12.7 volts here, and this one 12.7 volts. Very nice, very nice. So I'm going to raise the voltage here even further, and see that it doesn't feed into any of the others. Voltage 14 volts. 14 volts fed in, still consuming no amps, and 12.7 on that one, and 12.7 on this one. Very good, very good. So 14 volts, 12.7, 12.7. Good, good, good. And let's raise it even further. Let's raise it to 15 volts, just for the hell of it. 15 volts, 14.97 here, and 12.7 volts here, and nice, 12.7 volts here. Okay, so no worries that this would allow any, I guess current is the right word right now, to flow backwards or in between these according to these voltage measurements. Okay.